Hello and welcome to another episode of the iGoldrush Report, where you learn all about domain names, what to do with them, and how to make money with them. I'm Paul Goldstone, CEO and owner of iGoldrush.com, and I hope you enjoy this episode.
Hello and welcome to the iGoldrush Special Report, Developing Domain Names into Brands. This is our third episode. I'm your host, Morgan Linton, and I am really excited today. This is probably one of my favorite topics to talk about, and also one of the topics that I think a lot of people overlook when they are buying domain names for development, which is researching the market in which you're developing in and understanding really how hard it is or how easy it is to rank within that space. Now, the great thing is you don't need to buy any tools to do this. It's all free tools that I'm going to show you. And over the next, who knows how long this will take me. I'll say between 5 to 8 minutes. You'll know everything that you need to be able to examine a market and understand really what level of SEO and what level of work on your part will it take to get on the first page of Google, because that's where you want to be if you want to get the traffic. That's the reason you'd want to develop a domain name to begin with. So it all starts with a Google search, because this shows you your market. So let's take a look in this case, and suppose you have a site that is going to sell tennis shoes. So I can type in tennis shoes, and I'll hit search. Okay, now what you'll see here, you'll see these ads at the top and on the side, and you'll see some related searches. Now here's the site we care about the most. This is the site that's in the number 1 position for this term. Here's the site in the number 2 position and the number 3 position. What you want to do is examine these 3 sites and figure out really what level of SEO and what level of marketing work has been done to get them there. So let's look at the first site. Now you may say, but wait a second, how do I actually determine how the site itself has done their SEO? I mean, isn't that a secret? Well, it is and it isn't. There's a really great tool called Open Site Explorer, and I'm going to go over to this tab now. It's just opensiteexplorer.org, and all you have to do is paste in the URL of a site that you want to view their link profile and hit search. And what this will do is it'll actually show me exactly what this site is doing to rank well. So I see for this particular page, there's only 6 root domains linking in. So that's 6 different domain names that are linking in. But there's a total of 2,148 links. There's a lot of links. And these numbers, the page authority and the domain authority, really just shows how credible of a source Google or Bing would see this. And so I can see here, okay, there's a bunch of anchor text. This is the link itself for tennis shoes. In this case, these are coming from the site itself, but internal links absolutely help, and those look like, in the case here, like their most valuable links. But you can also see the other links that they've built up. And so what you want to look at is really both of these metrics, and you want to look at the domain name as a whole. So we'll go, okay, well, let's see the domain itself. How many links does it have going back to it? So I can delete that and just hit search, and now we'll really see the full link profile. Okay, so 488 linking root domains, 11,798 total links. That should register in your head as a lot of links. It's quite a bit of work to do. 488 separate domains linking means forging a lot of relationships or doing a lot of marketing work. And you can see here you have a bunch of links here, and you'll notice you can see exactly what text they're targeting. Here's something really useful. If you go to the top here and select anchor text, you can see actually which anchor text phrases or which keywords are the most important to this site. So here you'll see it's their brand name. You'll see also running shoes, and tennis shoes is in 3rd place. You see that there's actually only 24 linking root domains containing that anchor text. So actually, it would be easier to outrank them for something like tennis shoes than it would running shoes, which they have a much stronger backlink profile. So now let's go to the second site on the list. We'll go back here, and we'll take this site. And let's just take a look and see how this compares. So I'll copy this and go back up here and paste this. Now you can use this free, I believe it's 3 times a day, and then after that you would have to either be an SEO Moz Pro member, or you'd have to wait until the next day to use it again. Now you'll notice here it says it looks like this URL redirects to this URL. Would you like to see data for that? When that happens, always say yes, because this is usually where the actual links are coming to. And then, oh, I've hit my daily limit here. So what I'll do is actually sign in so that we can still do this research. So I'll hit log in. And luckily it grays out my password so nobody can steal my password here. There you go. Unless you can read through those circles, in which case you've just seen it. So I'll log in and we'll get this going. Okay, so now I look here and I look at inbound links. And what you'll see is their link profile. Now here I see only 29 root domains linking in and 2,882 links coming back. And I can see their link profile here. Not a lot of really great anchor text around tennis shoes. And I can even look here at the anchor text specifically again to see, okay, well, how many times are they actually linking with that as the keyword phrase? Boy, not a lot. So this actually would be an easier site to outrank. And so if I'm going to look at this, I'll say, okay, well, they didn't do a tremendous amount of work. So let's look at this guy here. And you're just looking at, okay, is this a niche that you can build in without having to build, 500 links or 1,000 links? Can you build under 100 links? And that's usually the threshold that I look for. So now here I see, okay, these guys have 376 linking root domains, 9,503 links, pretty heavy link profile. You'll notice here, this is the term they're going for the most by far. And that's why this is so useful to actually look at what anchor text your competitors are targeting, because then you can figure out if you're actually competing with a keyword they care about a lot, or in this case, you'll see they don't have many links here. It's definitely less than 10 that are going to tennis shoes. So very useful data that you can use here. And then the last thing that you're going to look at is once you have taken a look at the niche, you like the niche, you've gone through Open Site Explorer and you've figured out the link profile, then what you want to do is double check and make sure the traffic is there that you think is there. And so this, you'll want to use the Google AdWord keyword tool. And so then you'll take a look and go, okay, well, how many people are searching for that? So I'll type in tennis shoes and hit search. Now what you'll want to do is make sure, you'll see it says broad here. You want to select exact. This will be people that are searching for tennis shoes, not permutations of tennis shoes. So you'll see here there is a high competition. This means a lot of advertisers are interested in advertising for this keyword phrase, which is a good sign. And the global monthly search volume is 33,100. That's a really nice amount of search volume. You'll see the CPC here. If you don't see that, don't panic. All you need to do is sign in, and when you sign in, then you'll have access to the CPC data. So you'll see here, this is a niche that has a lot of traffic. There's a lot of advertiser competition, and that's the final thing you'll want to consider is do this final gut check where you go, okay, the search volume's there, great. The CPC, typically I say if it's above $1, that's something that's interesting. There's a certain amount of value, I believe, that gets attributed to the visitors based on how high the CPC is. And if an advertiser is not even willing to pay $1 to get a click onto their site, how valuable really is that visitor? So that's kind of where I draw the line myself, but you can draw the line really anywhere. So I've done this, and now you want to do a final gut check. And this is where this niche you may decide not to, because the final gut check is this. You look at what really exists above the fold. And in this case, it's this site here and this. And I guess, depending on how far you're to expand your browser, but you really want to figure out where are the user's eyes going to go. And in this case, you see these advertisers at the top. They're going to get a lot of focus, and you have the actual shoes on the side here. A lot of heavy advertising. So, when you see something like that, you want to be careful, and you want to maybe try to find a niche that has a link profile that's even easier to beat and doesn't have all these ads here, because those ads can sometimes make it really, really competitive because you're fighting against really big, well-known brands here. You can see Zappos is right at the top. People know them. They know them for shoes. That's the first thing they see. The reviews are right there. So you always want to make sure to look at that. But make sure the search volume is there. Make sure you understand the link profile and how many links these guys have built, those top competitors, those top 3 in Google, what anchor text they're using, and then, only then, once you've done that research, then you can buy the domain. But if you find that you go, oh, I think this domain would be great for development, and you look, let's do an example here. If I were to look for like laptops, and you go, oh, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to sell laptops from my domain. Well, now look, here's a ton of ads, and now I have Best Buy, which you don't even need to look up their link profile. You're not going to beat Best Buy. And then you see these shopping results. And then you see Dell, and you're not going to beat Dell either. Then you see Amazon, and you know they're not going to beat them. And so this is one of those niches where you go, wow, okay, there may be a ton of search volume, but there's no way I'm actually going to be able to rank on the first page without spending probably hundreds of thousands of dollars in SEO. And so that's what you want to do before you buy the name. Look at the niche, and you'll be able to tell pretty quickly, okay, could I rank? Do any of these sites make sense that I could outrank them? Okay, haven't heard of this one. Let's plug it into Open Site Explorer, look at their link profile. And like I said, typically under 100 root domains linking in is what I would go for, because you're going to be building these backlinks yourself. That takes time, and you don't want a threshold of hundreds or thousands of links to hit. And then make sure the search volume is there, CPC typically above $1, and then you can pull the trigger and buy the domain and feel confident that you'll be able to get the site ranked well, and that when it does rank well, there's money there and there's traffic there. That's it. This is Morgan Linton. Thank you so much for listening to our third episode here of the iGoldrush special, Developing Domains into Brands. Stay tuned, and actually next time that we talk to you, it will be a brand new year. So happy holidays, happy new year, and thanks for watching.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of the iGoldrush Report. If you have any questions or comments, or any other topics you'd like discussed, please visit our website at www.igoldrush.com, and we look forward to hearing from you.